Broadcasting live from the Greater Perimeter, it's time for Greater Perimeter Chamber Spotlight. Now, here's your host.
Lee Cantor here, broadcasting live from the Greater Perimeter Chamber Inaugural Annual Meeting. So excited to be talking to my next guest, Joe Seconder, with the Dunwoody City Council. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, I'm asking everybody, why are you for the Greater Perimeter Chamber?
I think it's a great synergy because when you have businesses relocating from outside of the region or outside of the state, they don't look to see if you're in Dunwoody or Sandy Springs or Brookhaven or which county you're in. It's all about the perimeter area, and we have to work together because a rising tide lifts all ships.
So now, how are you finding the evolution of accepting that premise?
I think it's some great synergies that can go on because instead of it's co-opetition. So you're cooperating and you're also in a little opposition there, but it's a collaborative effort. We really have to say a rising tide lifts all ships.
So now are you finding the buy-in from the community or are they begrudgingly coming along?
I'm seeing buy-in. I really am because look, every separate entity has pros and cons, pluses and minuses. They're bringing their best to the table. They're collaborating, and it's a synergy. It really is.
So now what are you looking at in terms of a roadmap of how Greater Perimeter is being defined and what's going to be ultimately the Greater Perimeter?
I would say we have to engage on different levels of corporations. You've got the Fortune 100, Fortune 500 corporations relocation here. We have such a huge office impact here of the office space. We have to engage on that level, continue on that level, seek out and find those great community partners. So I'm from Dunwoody. We used to have just the Dunwoody Chamber, but yet you have Cox Enterprises and Cox right across the street. Let's work together. What great resources they can bring to the table on that. So I appreciate digging deeper into those larger corporations, the public sector, private sector, publicly held, but also let's reach out to more of the medium and small businesses as well, because we know small businesses really grows the economy. There's a lot of opportunity to help foster and build small businesses with business incubators, for training, for education, professional development, and networking, and helping get these startups moving as well.
So what would you like the small business owner to know? Like, what would be your pitch for them to be part of the chamber?
I would say if you're starting out, it can be quite overwhelming on what you need to do and where you need to start. And I would say go out and reach out to those chamber folks who have been in your shoes before, who have gone there, who know best practices, who have lessons learned, that know best ways of hooking into potentially getting capital, venture capital perhaps, or investors, and understand the regulatory environment and how to navigate that, even as low level of how to hire the best trained workforce, how to network to find workers, to where do you hang your hat and set up your shop.
Now, what about the enterprise level? How do you think they should best leverage the chamber?
I think the enterprise level can leverage the chamber as far as workforce engagement, having other workers and people gather, like-minded folks. We have people that, all intents and purposes, there may be people looking for a promotion and transfer. So if you look at the individual participation, hey, it's all about networking, building your brand, getting people out there, letting people know who you are, what skills you can do, and what you can bring to the table.
So if somebody wants to connect with you, what's the best way to do that?
So I'm on the Dunwoody City Council, and you can just go do a Google search. Actually, go look me up on LinkedIn, Joe Seconder. There you go. If you want to find me personally, I've worked for 30 years in the enterprise software background. I worked at Accenture, Oracle, PeopleSoft, spent 6 years living and working in Europe. I've been a senior manager, project management, 7-figure projects, doing back office ERP space. That's my sweet spot. I still work in that field, and as well there's a part-time gig in city council. So I do this in my spare time just for fun.
So you have a day job as a consultant?
Absolutely. I'm a senior manager. I just transitioned from Accenture. Now I'm independent. I've worked for myself prior to that, and I do project management roles in Workday, software as a service, cloud ERP, back office solutions. Actually,
And do you have a website for that, or
just jump on LinkedIn, just Joe Seconder. Yeah,
good stuff? Well, Joe, thank you so much for sharing your story today.
you betcha. Glad to be here. Thank you.